Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to 3:30 on Monday, the 4th of December. So, woke up this morning with both eyes welded shut, and so needless to say, there was no lack of discharge to make it safe to be around people. Hope this windsock is good on this mic because it is flat windy. So we're under another flood and a landslide watch because of all the rain saturating the ground. Of course, all the hills. The dangerous thing with going back and forth to work is those hills along between Kalama and Woodland. I think even a windsock might be a problem with this thing. I'll hold my hand over it a little bit. But yeah, nasty out here. But we got a break in it right now. I think it's probably been about half hour, 45 minutes since it was raining. So I thought I'd come out. I, again, struggled. I tried building the vlog last night. Couldn't do it. And thought, well, guess I'll go to work and not build a vlog. Well, when I wake up, my eyes are welded shut. And then I tried building the vlog this morning, and a holy terror nightmare. Just my eyes keep, that same thing, they keep burning when I try to focus on text and, you know, with the editor and stuff like that. I mean, struggling to build this thing. So finally got it done but the only thing that can stop the burning in my eyes is just to lay back with my eyes closed and try to ignore it, and you finally slip off for a little bit. And I wake back up, try to work on it a little bit. So the day's been a series of naps all day, it seems like. But anyway, so needless to say, I didn't go to work. I wouldn't even be able to see to go down the road. But the burning stuff, as we're getting later in the day, has kind of diminished. And probably a very, very good sign is my eyes are now starting to itch really bad, which is the next danger, is, you know, trying not to scratch them and stuff. And I feel raindrops hitting me. Look at that little porch light and stuff's already come on. Sunset's at 4:26. And oh, you know, I did see what time it was. 3:39 when I walked out the door. I did look up at the clock. Oh, just a leaf. I thought it was a little bird flying through here. You know that the weather's weird when the birds just disappear. They're just gone. It's like, see ya. But right now, it is 59 degrees when I stepped out here. Isn't that crazy? How warm it is? Crazy storms and everything else. So it's some crazy thing coming from the on the other side of Hawaii. It's this front that's coming our way, and it's swirling in a counterclockwise rotation, and it's hitting the west coast of the U.S. all the way up to Canada. It almost looks like a hurricane. It's not a hurricane, it's just a storm front. So it's bringing the warm tropical air from down low because it's sweeping, you know, counterclockwise. Well, it's coming up to us, then hitting the cold air. Like Mount Rainier is supposed to get like 20 feet of snow over the next few days. That's how crazy it's going to be. But us on the west side of the Cascades, we're just going to get pummeled with rain. But any mountains, they're going to get it. They're going to get it good. They should break some records this time. But a lot of rain. Kelly ended up not going because the fronts that were coming through, you know, she'll be getting out of work, it'll be dark, and she can't see. So for pure safety reasons, she decided to stay as well. She was gonna go until, you know, everything's going sideways this morning. She goes, I gotta call in. I can't even hardly see out there now. I can imagine what it's like when it's dark when I'm trying to come home. I said, well, yeah, I would feel better if you did that as well. So here we are. The videos, it's seasoning in with YouTube, waiting for everything to go HD and everything to just settle down before I turn them live. So it'll probably turn live around 4:30 or so when you look back at yesterday, because you're watching this one the next day. But I apologize for the late releases, but can't help it. If you can't see, you can't do a whole lot. Can't do video by braille. You guys that have been around a while, prior to, well, up to late 2016, remember that beautiful rush of wind you'd hear going through the trees out in that, there's some old growth trees in there. Now the only sound of wind in the trees is what's left over there. Isn't that sad? All the good stuff is gone for us. Earlier today, when I was building the vlog, or working on building the vlog, I was thinking about things I could do out here to change and make this more interesting. It's just a little small area. As it turns out, it works really good for the micros, but everything out here is tent scale. I've even somebody suggested as well too, doing putting a insert or something in there and make that usable for the micros as well. I should go get a shop counter brush or something, knock all the leaves off of there. There comes the wind again. It's supposed to be blustery and pouring down rain overnight. It's gonna be a wild night. Crazy. In celebration of Axial releasing the SCX-10 3 and a Jeep CJ-7 Wrangler. Man, I really like that red one. But this was their most true to scale licensed vehicle they had, and now that CJ-7 is the most. It's definitely got some more details. This thing was incredible with the doors and all the running gear and everything inside of it. Now it's got a little flip up console in the middle, and it has the doors. You pull the clips out and the doors open and close, and the most important thing, it's their only one that they send with a straight axle right from the factory. That's a fairly spendy and tedious upgrade, and if you're into true scale with these things, you go with the straight axle. Everything else has portals and stuff. Everything's in the portal world, but this and that CJ-7 are the only ones that they come with that straight axle. You don't have to buy it as an option and go through all the hassle of re-gearing and everything to make that work. It just comes right out of the box with it. Comes with everything you need except for a battery, and then of course you'll need a charger for the battery if you don't already have one, and then batteries for the radio. The radio has telemetry, so it tells you this is your car battery level. Comes with the thumb wheel. Makes it really nice if you have short thumbs. Actually, I have extra large hands, but I don't know. I used not to have a problem with that, and for some reason, I don't know, I do now. So anyway, the same thing, it comes with lights from the factory. The only thing, I've been meaning to go in there and tape that thing off. In fact, I had the body cover off. I noticed when I take pictures and everything else, you see that glow where it's shining through. Oh, and it comes with all the fender wells and stuff inside there as well. Of course, for the CJ-7, it's got a slightly different shape, and they're has the holes where you can put rock lights and everything in there. And it comes from the factory with the dig servo installed. So you got a little button here you switch, and that activates the dig. And I have that set up different on Kelly's. From the factory, it came with the dig servo connected to the dig. Well, I switched that to the 2-speed transmission. On mine that I was driving yesterday, mine has both the dig and the shift. And because I switched the car and stuff, I had to use a different radio because the speed controller is a 2-in-1. It's a speed controller, and it's also the receiver. So if you put a 2-in-1 in a motor in there, you lose, and you can't use it as just a receiver only. So yeah, that's the way you got to go. But if you leave them stock, the reason I brought this out here is just to show you guys, which I think I have several times before, that these things are very functional in completely stock form. I love how the CJ-7 has an Oregon tag on it. This one has a California one on it. And what was that thing I was going to tell you about? Oh, if you look at the bottom, I'm trying to do this one-handed, see how the shock is attached to that lowering suspension link? All I've done is I switched it from its stock mount, which I can't, I have no way of showing you. It's kind of hidden. The stock mount is, well, you can actually see it just above on the front. But anyway, it's about 10 millimeters higher. So what I've done is I've removed them from its stock mount and used a longer bolt and connected it to the suspension linkage down there. And that drops these 10 millimeters. Because, I mean, look how much travel it's got now. So imagine another 10 millimeters to it. These things would flip over really, really easy. So I did this both to Kelly's and mine. That's the only mod that's been done to this thing. Everything else is completely stock. The only thing you got to get used to, if you're used to driving those 2-in-1s with the incredible trail braking that they have, meaning when you let go of the throttle, how much it brakes. And I usually have those, I don't know, somewhere around 80 or 90% or whatever it is. Basically set at 100. When I let go, it locks up. Now, if you're horsing around and you like spinning around and stuff, I can't. Oh, I didn't get that all the way in there. Thought I got it. Oh, there it went. It has the same issue with these hidden body clips. They're hidden way underneath here, and then these plastic hard flares, the bolts stick out, or the fender wells interrupt with those, so it's kind of difficult to take them on and off, but you get used to it and you just fly right through them. But anyway, you got to be careful. We're going down steep downhills because the trail braking is not 100%, so you got to use brakes. Like this is completely let go of the throttle, so I have to actually actuate the brake, which if you hold it long enough or push it far enough, it actuates reverse. With those 2-in-1 motors, you just let go of the throttle, and you can set it weak enough that it'll roll a little bit, or you can lock her down like I do. I just leave them so they just lock up. There's that little chair thing. I moved that around since I was chatting with you guys last. Let's see if we can get all the way over this thing. We should be able to, no problem. Oh, heck yeah. And this one has the stock ratio in the front diff, so it's not overdriven or anything. And I just found some other boards, I just tossed them in here. This thing runs like a champ, completely stock. Very quiet, very smooth. I mean, it's not as quiet as a Traxxas TRX4, but what is? But yeah, fantastic. So I'm definitely pondering that CJ-7. So thanks, Doug, for pointing that thing out to me. I've been so wrapped up in that classic 350 that I've lost track of what's going on in the RC world. And oddly enough, I think he sent me a thing saying that he bought the Renegade instead of the CJ-7, which I think's been out for, geez, a year, a little over a year, maybe close to 2 years. That's been around for a while. And I think might be a longer chat. It's not the same thing as these portal axles and all that kind of stuff. But you like what you like. But yeah, oh, I just kicked a brick. Well, I even kicked it off. But yeah, another one of these in a CJ-7 Jeep in the red. I really like the red. That's really cool. Listen to that rain coming down. I think I gotta watch for it. It's really got a punchy reverse. You can adjust the, you see you got 100%, 75, and 50%. That's the throttle limit. You know, if you, but it affects forward as well as reverse. Well, I forgot about the no trail braking. She just kind of takes off, doesn't she? Definitely doesn't turn as sharp when you don't have the front diff overdriven a little bit, or the rear underdriven, depends on what you want. But anyway, that's my goofing around. For the moment anyway. Cool, man. Really, really cool. That CJ-7. Boy, is she cool. I'll put a link to it. It'll be underneath the second little titly thing there. You'll see it just below in the description. Go check that thing out. It's cool. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, my eyes are a whole lot better. Although, after I got back from talking to you guys, I was sitting there goofing around stuff on the computer. And that left eye, every once in a while, gets this burn. Just like, you ever shot brake cleaner in your eye, you know, trying to clean something, back flashes and get you in the eye? That kind of burn, just like fiery burn. And so I just have to sit there with a cold compress over there and just sit back and don't move my eyes at all. So after about 20 minutes or so of that, I'm just now getting up to go, Kelly, why my eyes fine? You want to go do a quick goodbye out on the porch? She goes, sure. It's 60 degrees out here.
Yes.
She's just wearing her nightgown. I've just got a t-shirt on. 60. That's
crazy.
At least 25 degrees above normal.
Oh yeah, I'll take it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate being cold.
It's crazy. And that's that storm. If you guys look at anything the weather, look at the Pacific Northwest. We're about to get it, but good.
Yeah.
It's rolling in.
Oh heck's gonna break loose.
Yeah, next 3 days. The worst thing is those landslides going along I-5. Remember the one we had in January? Took us 4.5, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever it was to get home that night.
Long time.
Yeah, long time. And that's a for real threat anytime, especially warming up. Now all the snow that's been hitting all the mountains is going to melt for a while. But they're about to get, like I was saying earlier, Mount Rainier is supposed to get like 20 feet of snow in the next couple of days. That's crazy. But anyway, such is life. Weather, you can't do nothing about it. Just watch it, try to avoid it, or try to survive through it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Crazy planet we live on. Old Mother Nature, she's a wild one.
Yes.
But anyway, on that, I think we're going to bounce on you.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give your thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Tuesday or Wednesday.
Thank you. All right.
We see you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.